Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just going to do a quick guide on how to do better inside of Reprieve if you're having any trouble or if you're new to the mode. So in this mode, you have to you will have to run through all the beacons on the map while keeping scores. Pretty much, and the higher your score, the higher your rank is, and the more XP and bricks you'll get at the end, or whenever you choose to end. So the first floor is completely free. The first floor is completely free. You just run outside of the timer. You just run through, get all the beacons, and then you're finished. It does teach you how to slide bounce. However, slide bouncing, it doesn't really completely tell you how to. So slide bouncing, you have to slide into a wall and it'll launch you. Next is, and then after that, you can either add more entities or you can decrease the timer or just keep it at the same. Me personally, I'm not great with going through these floors quickly, so I usually don't decrease the timer at all. However, so instead I like to do a bunch of different entities. The entities that you are going to want to avoid, well, the only entity that you're going to want to avoid is the EPIK duck. It is the only entity in which you cannot parry, and it's pretty fast, honestly. I mean, if you're used to all the mechanics and stuff, if you want, you can add the EPIK duck, but it's pretty fast and you can't parry it. At least not from my experience. So I'd say to just avoid that one entity. Anyways, then also, and then in order to increase your rank, okay, so parrying, once you activate an entity, it will allow you to start parrying that entity. In order to parry, you have to click, if you're on console, right trigger. If you're on mobile, there should be a button. And if you're on PC, I'm pretty sure it's just M1. And right when the entity is about to attack. So for Doppel, you shouldn't really need to parry unless you're trying to get the badge, or you accidentally get stuck in the corner. But for Doppel, right before he runs, as soon as he runs into you, you should parry. And then it'll launch you up, launch him back. And then after that, there's also Dozer, which is pretty simple. He'll spawn. He spawns, and when his eyes open, when his eyes open, you can parry. When his eyes open, if you click to parry, you'll parry him. For Litany, it's pretty much the same as Dozer, however, you have to do it for every eye. Yeah, and then let me think. And then for Rue, it's pretty much the same as Doppel. However, it's a bit easier to track where he is, so, but, you just have to, if you get, stuck in a corner or something like that, or you're trying to get the badge, you just have to time it when he catches you. You time it, and then parry right when he catches up to you. For the Doombringer, it's pretty much the exact same thing as normal Doombringer. Hold it, and then when it's screaming, click. That's it. Anyways, and then next thing. If you time a parry well, you will do a super parry. or what I like to call a Giga Chad parry, but whatever. But yeah, you'll do a super parry, and it'll give you a lot of score. It will obscure your screen. It'll give you a lot of score, and yeah, so it's pretty good if you can get the timings. Anyways, that's pretty much it's just a short little guide. This is just a short little guide on how the reprieve mode works. The last thing I wanted to go over is how to actually receive the rewards from the mode. In order to receive the rewards from the reprieve mode, you after each floor, it'll tell you, is there more? It'll ask you if there's more. If you press yes, it'll continue. If you press no, that's it. It'll have another pop-up, and it'll say, are you sure? And then you either press yes, I'm sure, or the other option, let me think. And then after that, if you press yes, I'm sure, it'll take you to the Grace Rebuilt ending screen, and if it's your first time, you'll get a badge. And after that, it'll do more lore. That's about it. And then it'll put, if you have the auto start feature enabled, it'll put you right back in. Otherwise, it'll put you back to either start there, or continue playing, or go back to the lobby. And that's about it. Yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.